Granit Xhaka is leadership material, but he's always going to polarize opinion. And in my opinion, even if he fought his way back into the side, I don't think you can just give him back after the incidents against Crystal Palace. I don't think he embodies what people want or
But he's been given the armband.
Yes, he's been given the armband, but making him permanent captain, like naming him permanent
I don't think he'd be made permanent.
Exactly. Would be a travesty. I don't think it would go well with a lot of people, if I'm being honest. And also,
because I think the club.
And also, in my opinion, I like looking at both sides of the coin. Yes, people who are celebrating Xhaka returning to the side, and yes, I understand his importance to the side, but he's always been someone who, Xhaka isn't a naturally athletic type of player. Athleticism isn't his stronghold. He's someone who's very left-footed, meaning he can be vulnerable to the press, and he's someone who, you need to tweak the system in a very specific way to accommodate him. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't play him as a lone six because he has no right foot. That means he wouldn't offer you a passing option on his right, and he'd be vulnerable to the press. You can't play him on the left of a midfield three because he lacks that sort of like agility and mobility to be able to deal with the demands of being a left-sided central midfielder. So already he has limitations that kind of like actually make him become vulnerable to the odd mistake here and there. I was speaking about how Granit Xhaka is the type of player who he's always going to have like the two good games, 4 bad games. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not really a consistent performer to begin with.
But the thing you forget, well, he has been consistent since Arteta came in.
Yeah, what I'm saying is
been consistent because
what I'm saying
the last few games before he came in were from the Norwich game to Burnley to the game before he came against Everton. We've struggled because yes, you said he lacks mobility, he lacks the agility, and he doesn't have a strong right or left foot or whatever. But what you forget is we lacked progression in the final third, and again we lacked someone who was defensively sound. I get people who are saying play Sambi because he's better. Yes, I agree, but he lacks what we need defensively.
But then again,
he's not astute, or let me say he's not attentive.
Exactly, like and that's why regardless of what people think, like another central midfielder should be high on the transfer agenda, like in my opinion, because
and they did do that last summer, the transfer window.
Like with Granit, like what I always say about Granit is a good player. But in my opinion, if you took him to a league like La Liga or Serie A, he'd be a master. Like he'd pull in the performances week in, week out. And the reason why I'm saying this is because the level of intensity in those two leagues isn't the same as the Premier League. The Premier League is a very physical league, and the ball practically never stops. Like you have to be like, it's a high tempo type of league. You know what I'm saying? Like the ball never stops. You're always being kicked out of the game. You always have to think quickly on your feet, because the moment you get the ball, there's already like 2 or 3 people closing you down. So before you think of what to do next, you're already closed down and the ball has been won over. You know what I'm saying? Like, and part of the reason I feel like Xhaka has always polarized opinion, because I realized why he's always kind of polarized opinion, is because those limitations that I'm talking about tend to get exposed in a league like this, because Xhaka isn't as athletic as, let's say, Thomas Partey is. But then again, Partey has his problems. We'll get to that. Xhaka isn't as athletic as enough for my liking, in my opinion. And like I was talking about him not.
But Premier League fans are so. So Premier League fans are so obsessed with your ability to be mobile, the athleticism. But you know what exactly Xhaka offers.
I know what he offers. Like, I know more than anything what he offers. But then again, like, if you've noticed, there is a reason even Spanish sides are struggling big time in the Champions League right now. And if you've noticed carefully, teams that are even dominating Europe right now, teams like Chelsea that won the Champions League last season, Liverpool the season before. If you notice, these teams are very athletic. They are very athletic. Like, they are a team like Chelsea is a very physical side. Yes, they have technical players, but they're also very physical and they have naturally fit type of players. A team like City, which is what we expect Arteta to turn us into. Yes, they have technicians, but if you look at someone like Bernardo Silva, Bernardo Silva is very technical, but you'll notice when City don't have the possession, like he works his nuts off, like he's always closing down people, he never tires, like he's the perfect player. Like he has work rate and energy for days and yet he's technical. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now back to Arsenal with someone like Xhaka. Xhaka is technical. Yes, Xhaka is technical. But does he have that type of like tenacity and athleticism that Partey brings to the team to make us progress? Yes, I know he helps progress the ball into the final third, mostly using his left foot. That's probably why we are very left-sided in our attack, because he uses his left foot, to kind of, meet Smith Rowe drifting inside or Kieran Tierney overlapping on the left, using his left foot. But does he have the right foot to be able to find Saka or someone like that? Does he have that sort of like agility and tenacity to be able to, close down opponents off the ball? And that's probably why, and this is not attacking him, it's not personal. That's probably why, yes, we've become a Europa League team, we are 5th place, 6th place side, but is his limitations part of the reasons we simply can't break into that top 4? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, and that's why at the end of the day, even if he's the only
I understand.
Yeah, even if he's the only leader we have in the side, is he really the person to take us forward? You get what I'm saying? I don't know if you agree.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
I do agree. Of course he's not, because they wanted us to buy another central midfielder in the summer.
Yeah.
And that was our biggest mistake, and it affected us in the games where Xhaka wasn't available.
Yeah.
And again, of course, when the season ends, I'd prefer we side him, because he's not the kind of a midfielder we want to progress if we want to match the Champions League spots or compete in Europe.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I agree with all what you said about his limitations and all that. But what he does is, yes, his experience, his ball progression and all that. But I prefer his leadership. He works his socks off. Yes, and he doesn't have the athleticism, but I prefer his experience and his leadership over someone, let's say Sambi or Elneny or who else? Maitland Niles. So I'd rather have Xhaka than any of those three in any big game.